go ahead and do the game this week because we're working on another app for the SHPE conference that we actually want to submit. So we're going to put a little more work into that. We're going to submit that one next week for you guys. But this week, we're going to show you some things that we did with games. We made some games and stuff. We actually made a lot, so we're going to run through this presentation real quick. And I'm trying to show you the games as spend as much time there as I can.
Okay. Pretty much to create games, you can either do multiple ways of doing it, hard coding it, or you can use what we use called GameSalad. There's a quote that says, designed to open the doors of game design to anyone who wants to create. Complete set of tools, editors, bring your game to market faster and easier. It's actually it's limited coding. It's a lot of action script. They only support 2D right now, but they're trying to do 3D functionality, multiplayer, and it is iPhone only, so you can't go do it for Android. This is like a representation of the view. Pretty much it's just a drag and drop kind of thing. You just say, oh, I want to put a background, I want to throw some icons on there kind of thing. This is the setting up the separate different actions for each of the different characters on the screen, whether you want to do extra strength, counts, movement, randomize, things like that. They also have an implementation in the program that allows you to just throw it on the App Store. They have it to where you don't have to pay them at all to actually just throw it on the App Store. You make all the money from it. The app is free. You can, if you pay, I think it's $500 a year, you get the use of throwing in your own hyperlinks or putting iAds in to make even more revenue. But they also don't have a limit on the game size. You can create, as monstrous of a game as you want. So I think that's pretty much it. Ran through that really fast.
How do we just the right one?
Is that it?
Okay. So I have 3 or 4 games I want to show you. I'm going to try and run through them. This is the first game we started working on. Well, this is first or second that we started working on. We decided real early that we didn't want to steal games or ideas of games. We wanted to steal like what makes the game fun. So this game is pretty much like if you remember Donkey Kong back in the day. You just had that little cannon game, and you shot it in. And it just the idea of playing it, or the playing was so much fun. It wasn't about the graphics or the monkeys or anything. It's just we want to steal what makes the game fun. Unfortunately, about a week into making this game, they came out with another game called Land of Panda. Pretty much the same exact thing. It looks really nice. You can go on the App Store and check it out. But so that's one of the games we made. So I'm gonna check out another one. This is, by the way, this is a GameSalad viewer. It allows me to upload the games to my phone from GameSalad. Show you this one. We started making this zombie defense game. This one we put a lot of work into until we decided to branch off, and we're going to do something else with it. I'm not really going to show you guys that one, but that was in the works. So basically, this one is you have a little wall, and you got to protect, the wall. There's zombies coming at you, and there's different kinds of power-ups you can use. And we had to code all of it. When the coding was the simplest part. The hardest part was making the animations and putting the little, special stuff in there. This one's a little ice block. This one's pretty cool. This one's probably my favorite. A little alien comes out and picks him up. This last one's like a little vortex. This little vortex is really cool. It's just one of those little, those balls that you touch and it has I don't know what they're called, but we took an image of that, cropped it around, and flipped it, spun it, and that was the quick animation for that. There's a little menu screen in the middle here too. Once it finishes this level. So we were going to do repairs and upgrades, but we've branched off from this. We're not going to do zombies anymore. We've got another game in the works that we're going to keep silent for now. Another game we had going was this drawing game. We made this after we realized that someone stole Land of Panda. We wanted to make something, something original that's not on the App Store yet. This is just like one level of, you see the image, you got to draw it. I'm not very good at it yet, but yeah, you get it. You win. The last one is actually an iPad game, so I'm going to show you that on the GameSalad. I think it's probably my favorite game. It's a side-scroller game, and
There we go. Way to go.
Again, try not to pay attention to the graphics too much. We don't have a graphic designer just.
Okay,
Okay.
you're good.
We don't have a graphic designer just yet. We wanted to
Mega Man.
make it work. So we stole Mega Man. He's okay with that. So this game is basically a basic side scroller, but the catch is instead of like hitting bad guys in the face, everything's kicking them in the nuts. That's what the whole game's about. You can pick up weapons, and it's all about kicking people in the nuts. And we decided we can't put kicking in the nuts on the App Store, so we're going to call it kicking it. Figure that'll pass. But that's it. I just made a bad guy spawner. Once you pass that black line, and we had to put in balance with those blue bars. And let me show you guys a little bit of the code that really code that goes into this. It's really just logic. So you have this game screen, right? And the large square is the view, and the smaller square is like where you can run to control the camera. And if you click on like this is our main character class, it's really just, if you've ever used Automator for Mac, it's pretty much the same thing. It's all just logic, rules, and there's a lot of like global variables that you have to manipulate. So we're actually going to move away from GameSalad and move to something called Corona. But that's what we made with GameSalad, and it's kind of just fun to make. It's one of those things that we just enjoy doing. That's it. You guys got any questions?
On the drawing app, is it just when the whole shade, so you can shade it in the whole screen, but until that shade gets kind of hits on every pixel?
It's very loose. Like you can just cheat it and draw on the whole thing, but it's got an outline that's hidden, and you need to fill in the pixels of that outline.
All right, very good. Thank you. Okay.